Knives are cool. And axes too. Hello everybody, Robert Breaker again from Knives Are Cool and Axes Too. Today I'm going to do a video showing you some of the knives that people have sent me over the years, and what a blessing that has been. Many of you know that I have actually two channels on YouTube. One is this one, Knives Are Cool and Axes Too. The other one is the one I've had the longest, which is my preaching and teaching of the Bible channel. It's Robert Breaker channel, and that's me, Robert Breaker. And over the years I've dropped the hint that I like knives, and I have the greatest viewers in the world. They've actually sent me some knives, so I thought today let's look at this. This is probably not all of them, but this is all the ones I could find, and these are ones that have been sent to me by my viewers. So let's look at these and let's start. Where should we start? Well, let's start at this end over here. This was one that I was happy to find in the mail one day when we woke up, and it was a Griffin Design Schrade. And one of my viewers sent this. It's a very bulky, very thick, very heavy knife. It'd be great for chopping. And look at that nice blade pattern there, how it's curved in. And very sharp Schrade. And it has a very bulky, very big, nice sheath. You could put a polishing stone in here. And so this was the Schrade SCHF9. So thank you. You know who you are. I won't say your names. You probably don't want me to, who sent these, but wow, thank you for sending these. Here's an interesting knife. Actually, there's two of them, and it's made by TwoSun, and it's made in China. Now, usually I run from anything made in China, but these look like very interesting and very well made knives. So I'd love for you, if you know anything about these, to give me more information on these. This is the first time I've ever heard of TwoSun. And let me show you these knives here, because they look very, very well made. They're aluminum. This one's D2 steel, and look at the pattern of the blade there. Wow. This one is more curved up. This one's more curved down. And this is your TwoSun company in Yangjing, China. Yangzhong, I don't know how to say it. But they are very well made, very well made. And again, I've never heard of TwoSun, so this was a new one on me. And these look like a very nice one-hander, and sure enough, one-hander. I can do it all with one hand. And they are very smooth, and the design and the workmanship, it looks very, very good. So you tell me if you've ever heard of TwoSun before, and tell me if you know anything more about it. I'm happy with these. One of my viewers said, you know, I've got these two knives, I'd be happy to send them to you. I said, thank you very much, and he did. So you know who you are. Thank you for that. Let's move along here. This is one of the knives that I've really, really like. Of course, you know what this is. It's a model 1211 Ka-Bar, made in Olin, New York. And a friend of mine in New York actually mailed this to me in the mail with this nice plastic Kydex sheath. Well, is it Kydex? I think it is. And he sent the old leather sheath as well. And it was kind of like, take your pick which one you want. And I kind of like them both. The leather one, it fits so well and so tight. I mean, so tight, because it's brand new. And then you've got this other one, and it's a great one as well. And this is a really nice, beautiful sheath. So thank you so much for that Ka-Bar. This is awesome. Can't go wrong with a Ka-Bar, it seems like. Well, let's look at another one. Now, I actually drove up to New Jersey one time to meet one of my viewers, and he had a pawn shop, and he gave me some things from his pawn shop. And this is one of them. This is a Western knife. It says Boulder, Colorado, made in the USA, and it's an F4, I believe that's a 6B. And this is the cutest little knife. I believe I'm gonna give this to my son Conrad when he gets a little older, because it's pretty small for me. There's my hand. But it just looks amazing. The way it's made, got a nice handle here for tying knots. It's got a beautiful little sheath. So I like that little knife, and I showed it to Conrad when he was 4 years old, and he says, "Daddy, can I have that knife?" I said, "Well, you're gonna have to be a little bit older, son, but when you get older, that will be his camping knife, I believe." So thank you for that. You know who you are up there in New Jersey. Over here, this is a neat story. This is an Explorer, and I think it says MM1 knife. Now, if you've ever seen one of these, this one's made in Japan. you know what this reminds you of. This reminds you of the Gerber knife. Gerber makes these now, and Gerber makes a knife like this. Well, all he had was the knife, and he didn't have a sheath. And so I had this knife, and that was just sitting around. I'm going, what am I to do with a knife without a sheath? I said, I'll never find the right sheath for that. And about 2 months later, I went to a garage sale, and boom, I found a sheath. And I said, that can't be the right sheath, and it's probably not. It's probably for another knife. But look at that, it fits perfectly. What are the odds of finding the right sheath for the knife that you've been looking for? I mean, that just doesn't happen very often. So I was very surprised and very happy. Sheath's seen better days. It's all leather, but it was kind of nice to be able to get that. This one, I believe, comes from the 80s, maybe even farther back. Made in Japan, and it's just a nice little knife. Here's one of my viewers sent, a Kershaw. And a lot of people getting into knives, probably the first pocket knife they buy is a Kershaw. They're just all over the place and they're everywhere. And this Kershaw here is a Ken Onion design, and it's spring assisted. Maybe you can see that as I slowly go out. Watch it, I'm letting go, how the spring does that. So it's spring assisted. The Ken Onion design, it's a 1670 BLKST. And it's just your basic, really nice Kershaw. Speed safe, and wow, that is some sharp serration there. And I was just happy to get this. This was very nice of them to send me this beautiful Kershaw. And FYI, if you get a Kershaw, you know, they're what, $30 to $60 for a Kershaw. If it says Ken Onion design, always add 20, 30 bucks. Something about Ken Onion. I don't know who he is, but whenever it says Ken Onion, you go to the knife store, they always have them priced higher. So Ken Onion must be a very nice knife designer or something, and he can raise the price of a knife. Now let's go over here all the way to the right side, and then we'll work our way up to this one. This is a blessing. This one came from a friend in Germany, from a viewer there, and this is a Terava Skrama. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This came from I forget where it's made, and you can go to Varusteleka.com. Varusteleka. That's one of my favorite websites, and they have such amazing, cool surplus from Europe. And this is a double-hander almost. And this knife is amazing. It's actually like a mini machete. It's great for chopping, and you can hold back here, farther back. It's almost like it has two handles, and you hold back here for swinging and chopping, and you can go up higher for your feathering. And I think this is incredible. Can you get down there and see how this actually has two bevels? You've got the front edge bevel, and then this bevel here is actually higher up and cut at a sharper angle for feathering. And it is just an amazing, amazing knife. Now it came with this sheath, and there's a lot of sheath options on this. And this was the sheath that it came with, and you just put it in like that. And it holds, it doesn't fall out, but you really don't have anything to tie to. And so online I saw, oh look, they sell a leather sheath, which by the way is the same sheath as this, inside leather. And you can put this inside here, and you can fasten it. But they also sell a surplus, I believe this is British, let's look, yep, frog bayonet, a surplus frog bayonet, British. And look at that, 1994. This fits in that almost perfectly. So you have a lot of options for sheaths when it comes to this, but this is a pretty cool knife. I never knew anything about this, and I appreciate you in Germany who sent this to me. You know who you are, and thank you so much for that. And I haven't had a chance to get out and use it much, but I've been watching videos, and we're going camping this week, and I might just get out there and use this and have fun with it. And that is my Terava Skrama. I'll have to put up here how you spell it because it's weird. Now this one here, this is your buck knife. This is a skinning knife. I believe it's model 103, I believe it says on there. And boy, is it beautiful. It's brand new. And a friend in Texas sent that to me who watches me there. And boy, this leather sheath and everything, yep, model 103. Beautiful buck knife. I've had a lot of the longer ones, you know, your regular hunting knife, and I never really liked them too much. But I like this one. Look how it has kind of little finger grooves. And if I had gotten a deer this year, this would have been the one that I would have gone to, and I couldn't have waited to skin that. But then we got this one, and this has to be, wow. the most amazing thing I think that I ever got in the mail, because I didn't know what I had. When I got it, I go, wow, someone sent me something, and isn't this cool? And it's an MKT, which is a Medford knife. And someone sent me a beautiful note and everything. And look at this case. It's got a beautiful case here. And let's open this thing. Let me show you this. I was surprised when I looked this up online, because these are very high-end pocket knives and are very incredible. So this is your Medford Tool and Knife Company. And you've got somewhere on here their website, medfordknife.com. They make very, and I mean very, high-end knives. Here's a personal note that they sent me of who sent this to me, and boy was I thankful for it. So check this thing out. This thing is just heavy steel. I mean, this knife feels like it's 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. It's huge, and it's for pocket carry. And look at how quickly and easily that comes out. So new, it has to be done several times, but it comes out. And look at that. Now it's a guard on the bottom, but before it was the way to open it on the top. So that's a very amazing design. So you open it here. Now you have a guard on the bottom. You have a place here for your thumb, and one of the sharpest knives I think I've ever had. This thing is unreal. It's just it's amazing. It's such a high-end knife that this was a pleasant surprise to find in the mail. MKT. If you've never heard of Medford Knife and Tool, look them up, see what you think, because they are amazing. And I was just, wow, flabbergasted at such a gift. And you might be asking, back up the camera just a little, is it a one-hander? And so back it up and let's see. So if I carried this, and I'm almost afraid to carry it because it's so such an expensive and beautiful knife. But yeah, that definitely could be a great carry knife for me, and I could pull it out and whip it out, and with one hand put it back in. And that's what I look for, is how quick and how easy it is to take it out one-handed and put it back and not have to use your other hand. And that right there is just, wow, an incredible knife. So that was a real blessing. So thank you to all of my viewers who have sent me some knives in the past. I still have some viewers that are starting with me on my new knife channel saying they're going to send me some stuff. I've got a guy sending me an axe in the mail. Can't wait to get that. So there they are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to send me a knife, you're welcome to. You'll have to go to my other channel though, Robert Breaker channel. And all I ask is that you watch a sermon or two and hear some preaching from the Bible. And then when you do, on there somewhere tells you how to get to my website, and there's my phone number, address, all that good stuff. If you want to send me a knife, you're welcome to. I do a video on it. Now I tell you, I'm not going to send it back. So make sure it's one that you want me to have. If you want to give it to me as a gift, thank you very much. If you want to give it to me just because you want it to be reviewed so other people can know about it, I'd be happy to do that. Please like and subscribe and all that other stuff that everybody says to do on YouTube. And thank you for looking at this little collection of knives. And I just feel like I'm blessed. Like I'm just really blessed to have such good viewers that care enough about me that they want to send me these knives. I really like this, and I appreciate this. And each one has its purpose. So this will be a nice camping knife. Here's the nice buck cleaning knife. Beautiful collectible knife. It's a great carry knife, but it's so nice I hate to carry it. That goes in my collection. Nice little knife for my boy. Thank you for that. Well, here we have a K-bar. What is that for? Well, a little bit of everything. Nice K-bar, a little defense, dagger if you need it. Another Kershaw. These two I want to know more about, so please leave in the comments if you know anything about the Two Sun Company. And then the cool little Schrade knife. That is just really neat. I think that is cool. So thank you again, and I appreciate all you do for me. And I hope that you appreciate all I do for you in making these videos. If so, well then do the like thing, the subscribe, and all that stuff. All that jazz, if you will. But thanks again. Got lots of other videos to do and a lot more coming, and I hope they'll be a blessing to you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Knives are cool. And axes too.